Are you ready to create a life of awesome in 2020? Well, throw away those resolutions and watch this instead. Hello my friends and welcome to The Simple Sober Life. I am Joshua and I help others make small changes to create a life of awesome. Welcome so much to The Simple Sober Life and welcome to the brand new year of 2020. This is going to be an awesome year. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones and I hope it's going to be an awesome year for you. And keep watching these videos because life will get more and more awesome. So a couple of things this week. It is January 1st and I am off today, which is always nice. I love having, one of those little off days just to get some other things done that I've been putting off or haven't made the time to do. Great. I even squeezed in a nap today, which was awesome. I love days where I can actually relax a little bit, take a nap, wake up charged and ready to go to continue the rest of the day. Another thing, starting Monday, I am going to start getting off work at 4:30. So no more 12-hour days. We're going to be working from 6 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. Spectacular. This opens up so much more time for me to actually get done what I'd like to get done during the evenings. Normally when I come home, I get home about 6:30, thereabout, and it's rush time until it's time to just sit down after dinner. So normally when I get home, it's shower, eat dinner, get ready for the next day. By that time, it's 8 o'clock. I'm exhausted after a 12-hour day. So I'll sit down, do a little bit of marketing, a little bit of writing, a little bit of editing, whatever I can squeeze in before hitting the sack about 9:30. And it's just go, 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 go. So, coming home at 4:30 and opening up that free time will allow me to squeeze in even more. I won't have to be rushed, and I hate being rushed. It just drives me crazy. That's why, probably one of the reasons why I wake up so early in the morning. I'm generally awake between 3 and 4 in the morning because I like to get up, I like to take my time, create my intentions for the day, have some coffee, sit outside, go through Facebook and whatever I want to do during that time and relax before having to, jump into work mode. So all that is going to change and I am super stoked about that. I can create better content for you and I'm super excited. So enough about me, enough about that. Let's talk creating that life of awesome in the new year. And here's what I want to do. I want to throw out all of those resolutions. Any resolution that I've ever made in my entire life, I'm throwing it away. And the reason for that is because it never, ever works. About 2 weeks into January, I've forgotten what resolutions I'd even made, and then I feel like a complete failure. Not only did I not do them, but now I couldn't even remember what they were to begin with. So, and the reason that I'm finding that they don't work is they're way too vague. So many people say, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to save more money. I want to have a better relationship. I want to find a man. I want to find a woman. Yada, 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 yada. But there's no specificity behind it. We don't create a plan on exactly how we're going to do it, what we're going to do when we come into obstacles, what we're going to do when we succeed. We don't have an end date of when our resolution needs to be done by. We don't have a plan on, how exactly we're going to do it, and we have no idea. And so it's just kind of a thought in the wind. It just kind of pops in there and then kind of flutters away like a little dandelion. So resolutions are out. Instead, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding and subtracting from my life. And so for the past 12 months, I'm going to sit down and analyze exactly what was working and what wasn't working. And what was working, I'm going to be adding upon that. And what wasn't working, I'm going to start subtracting that from my life. So just a couple of things that I've been tossing around with, and I've got some more planning to do behind this. This was just something that kind of popped up in my head within the past couple of days. Some of the things that weren't working, drinking. That's pretty much a no-brainer. The first 6 months of last year, I was in and out of jail, couldn't pay my bills, couldn't put food on the table. I had a cell phone, but it was never turned on because I couldn't pay that bill. I couldn't pay my rent, so I was pretty much homeless. I had 2 cars repossessed. I broken and burned every relationship I'd ever had. And so obviously, that is something that needs to continue to be subtracted from my life. It's just not even a fleeting thought of an option. So that's out, subtracted, gone. Something else that needs to be subtracted from my life is the way that I tolerate negative energy from people. And this is something that I've done for a majority of my life. I allow other people's negative thoughts to influence how I believe and how I dictate my actions. I allow it to influence me, even though it's against what I actually believe. And I guess I could be a people pleaser. I want to make sure everyone's happy and things like that. But that comes from a place of fear of judgment. And so I need to start understanding that what they're doing is a projection of their own fears onto me, and that's what equates into that negativity coming out at me. It comes whenever I'm starting a new business venture, or I'm going to go to school to do all this. I was actually talking to a guy at work, and I was telling him that I've got side hustles that I'm going on, and I'm thinking about going back to school to learn computer coding and, all this other stuff. And he's like, you can't do that. You don't have the time to do that. We work 12 hours a day. I'm like, well, that's true, but I make time to do it. And so his negative energy kind of brought me down and started getting me thinking. I'm like, well, can I really do it? Should I even try? And so that negative energy just kind of totally shifted my perspective of, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to go for, and this is how I'm going to do it, and when I'm going to do it, and da-da-da-da-da. It shifted all of that. And I noticed that online as well. When I first started the Simple Sober Life Facebook page, I was getting a couple of good comments and things like that. And then one negative person came in and said, shame on you for creating this Facebook page. I'm so many years sober and I don't have a Facebook page. And she just kept ripping on me and she just wouldn't let it go. And it got me to thinking. I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I am not taking the right course of action. And I actually toyed around with the idea of canceling the entire thing. And fortunately I didn't. And the response that I've gotten to my Facebook page and to the videos and everything has slowly been increasing in gratitude. And so I'm so appreciative for that. But I allowed those negative thoughts to come into my head and actually start repositioning my thought process and what I believe in. And so in order to subtract that negativity from my life. Obviously, people are going to have their opinions and things like that, and there's no way to cancel out everyone's negativity around you, unless, of course, we walk around in a bubble or a box. But I'd prefer not to do that because it's really hard to get in a car if you're in a bubble. But, I've started a journey of listening to personal development books, a lot of personal development books. And I used to do this years ago. And I never had such a positive outlook on life as to when I was, listening and reading personal development and, creating mindsets and things like that and helping other people do the same thing. I was really in a good space at that time. And so if it worked before, I'm sure it could probably work again. The other thing I need to do in order to combat that negative thinking and subtract it from my life is start meditating. Now, this is something I've been toying around with for the past couple of months, and it's something that can be done easily. I mean, 5 minutes a day is a good start. And I started implementing this into my life. Every morning about 7 o'clock, I'll take about 30 seconds to a minute to watch the sun come up and, just thank whatever higher power that might be out there for the day and allowing me to exist for the day. And so I noticed that whenever I do that, I kind of get a calming sensation. And so, and a little bit more positive about the day and about the outlook on what the tasks that lie ahead. So subtracting some of that negativity out of my life. Now, for adding things to my life. So in order to do this, I need to figure out what was working in 2019, continue that into 2020, and actually start building upon it. So one of the things that I'm most proud of, besides, putting down the bottle and enjoying a life in sobriety, was the weight loss I experienced. My confidence has steadily increased, and I'm super excited about the progress that I've made. But now it's time to add upon that. I've kind of plateaued in my weight loss. I've kind of hit my peak, and I still have about 30 pounds that I want to lose, and I want to add a little muscle tone. I can still feel myself jiggle a little bit whenever I walk, and I'm like, ugh. But the positive part of that is, I'm able to look in the mirror and be like, what's up, handsome devil? So I want to continue that and, build upon it. And so what can I do to actually add to it? Some of the things that I can add to it would include making smoothies. I've been meal prepping my breakfast and my lunch for, probably the past 2 months or so. And maybe 3 months. I can't even remember anymore. It's become such a habit. Start prepping smoothies so that I can actually mix up my breakfast or take it for a snack. And I've started implementing that, and I'm really excited that I do. I went out, I got a blender, I got, a bunch of stuff to put in there. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to be incorporating that probably as my breakfast because I'm getting a little tired of eggs, and start using that. That reduces the calorie, and because it's liquid, it'll be absorbed a lot quicker. And so hopefully as I'm moving around, my metabolism will kind of put that into hyper overdrive and kind of shred off some more of the fat. Another thing that I can start incorporating, and I would like to start adding to this foundation, is actually doing something to tone up. Now that we're getting off at 4:30, I don't believe I'm going to be as tired in the afternoons as I am when I get off at 6. That extra hour and a half just kills me. It's awful because it's like a nightmare of a drag, and it just drains me completely. But I notice on Fridays when I get off at 4:30, I still have energy. It's still daylight, and so, I get a lot more done. So I'd like to incorporate nothing major. I'm not going to go join a gym, primarily because the only one around here is a tin can with rusted equipment, and they want $30 a month. and I do not see the value in that. So I've actually got a couple of workout programs on DVD. What I can do, and what I will do, is get one of those portable little DVD players and start doing the workout things. Now, right now it's just in plan form. I haven't, or in idea form, I should say. I actually need to structure a plan as to whether I do it before work or after work. In the past, when I've gone to the gym, and when I've actually gone to the gym, I've enjoyed it. I have always enjoyed going in the morning as opposed to the afternoon, because in the afternoon, I've already started my day and I just want to keep rolling with that. But if I can work it in as to where, I'm already up, so fitting in a quick 20-minute, high intensity cardiovascular or muscle training workout, I'm sure that will help boost my I don't know why I can't say that word right now, metabolism, and keep me moving towards my goal. So adding that in to the already strong foundation of weight loss. So adding things to my life that actually bring joy, bring happiness, and bring, some confidence and pride. The other thing that was really working for me in 2019 are my side hustles. And I call them side hustles, even though right now they're not making money. I've got my book that I'm working on and I'm making great progress on that. I've got the Simple Sober Life YouTube channel, the Facebook channel, the blog, and a group might be starting here soon. We'll see. But I've got these different endeavors that I would like to start monetizing. And the reason that I want to start monetizing, and some people are, opposed to that. They consider it being a sellout, or, they have a negative connotation about that, which to me is kind of insane. That's part of that negative thinking that I need to brush off. What I want to do is I want to start monetizing it, because I already get so much joy and pleasure out of creating this content for the viewers that with monetization, I will only be able to expand upon that and grow upon that and help more people. And that is the reasoning behind wanting the monetization. Really wanting to branch out and reach more people, because I think I'm setting a goal of being able to help 10,000 people in the year 2020. I still have to set out the parameters of that and exactly how I'm going to do it, but I think that might be a goal. And I actually need to, now that I've said it out loud, I actually need to start working on that. It's January 1st, so it's a perfect day to do it. And the other thing that I want to add to the Simple Sober Life and my side hustles is I want to structure my videos better. Since I've started shooting these videos, I've basically just gone on camera and have kind of rambled on with, just random thoughts kind of popping up everywhere. I'd like a more structured platform on which I create the videos. And, in this first video of 2020, I have an outline that's sitting over there off camera so that I know the talking points that I want to get to. So I am implementing that. I am adding that to the Simple Sober Life. So hopefully it flows a little better. The content is richer and more easily absorbable. So instead of creating those terrible resolutions that none of us plan to keep, let's take a look at what worked and what didn't in 2020 or in 2019 and add or subtract from that so that we can create small changes. And none of this has to be monumental. When every time I'd go into a resolution, I'd be like, I want to lose weight, I want to make money, I want to save money, I want to build muscle, I want to meet the perfect person, and we were doing it all at one time. There was no easy change there. At least with this, with simply adding more of what worked and subtracting what didn't, we know exactly what we're focusing on, and we can take small steps and make small changes to achieve a better life than we had last year. And isn't that what it's all about? Just continuing to grow and prosper, feel more joy, be happier, and live a life of awesome. My friends, I hope you got value out of this. If you did, please comment down below. I would love to hear, what are you going to add and subtract from your life in 2020? Comment down below. Also hit that subscribe button so that we can reach more people, and give this video a big old thumbs up. My friends, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care, and I'll see you Friday.